Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're attacking us, Steven. Hope you had a great New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. Welcome to the last episode of Holiday Gaming Week. I hope you had a great time watching these videos as much as I had playing them. I want to mention one thing before we kick off this episode, where we're going to be looking at the amusement park again. And that is that I accidentally upgraded the concert area. The concert area looks really good now. It was a bit small before this. Now it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. But apparently, if you click the button, it doesn't pop up what it says you need to do to upgrade it. It just upgrades it itself. So look at that! I accidentally just clicked it. We need to get the one band popularity up to 85. We're at 84. So that's Elijah Moti, and Elijah Moti doesn't play for a little while, but I'm sure that they will be doing that pretty soon. So I'll make sure to actually show you what happens in the next time. But while we're talking about the concerts DLC, what we need to do is we need to construct a university to get the media broadcasting building. Ah, look at that! I leveled up the amusement park. And then for the music club, we need to just add some more commercial zones. So that'll come with time. But this will get it definitely eventually pretty soon when we construct our second university. But there's a few things I want to do in today's episode, and this is one of them. So I'm glad that this leveled up. Then I also want to add in a few more of the factories because we need to make some money. Looking at the budget, we're fluctuating. Just before I started recording, we were only making $1,000. See how it bounces around. So I want to add a few more of the factories in because it will help us make money. And if we lower taxes too, then we'll get more demand for everything. So I want to start by lowering that by 1%. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, so we just lost a bunch of money, but we'll deal with it for now because we're going to start making some money pretty soon. Alright, so this leveled up. We barely need to get it up to the next entertainment level. A lot of it's just going to be waiting for the people to come and visit. But what's going to help, look at this, the residential is already going up a lot. 12% is like the maximum tax you should probably do. So this is where we ended last time. So we just unlocked the piggy train. So that is pretty simple. Pretty easy spot. We can place it in anywhere is what I'm trying to say. It's really small, so let's bring it out to about there, and then we'll bring it over. So how about we just do, oh no, don't want that. I just want to bring it out just a touch more because I think this is where I want to put the piggy train. Let's do it like that. And then in between there, we'll add something. We can always rejig everything once we've got everything in place. But the rotating teacups, this is also pretty small. I kind of wish that they were larger. Because look at all the space we still have. Alright, well, let's put the rotating teacups in right there. And we'll see what comes of it. But that definitely put us over the limit, or not the limit, what we need. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of waiting before we unlock the next group of things. So we will let that play out for a little while. And the next thing I wanted to do was to add in those factories. So there's two factories I want to add in today's episode at least before we look at other things. So why am I looking at that? So I want to add these two factories in. So it's the industrial steel plant and the household plastic factory. The household plastic factory we can do. We're making a lot of plastic, but we're just not leveling up the area. So I was trying to think what we can do to use some of this plastic and stuff that we have, because these storage facilities are probably pretty full. That's petroleum, and where's the plastic being stored? Right here. Yeah. So there's a few places we could build this. We could build the plastics factory in the oil area. So this is the extraction area. Then it comes down over here, and you know what? We should probably have a connection here. So let's find this, and we will upgrade that. Okay, maybe not. Let's upgrade it with this. It'll look a bit better. There we go. And then from here, we will take one of these. Straight road. And we will connect up with that. So now cars don't have to go on to onto this road to get their stuff into the oil industry. I'm not sure why we had it like that. But let's get going with the household plastics factory. So we could get it out over here. We could get it over here. And I'm thinking over here is probably a better spot because we don't have anything over here. We moved a bunch of stuff out of this area. This is our garbage area. And oh my goodness, the traffic. I've even added little spur lines coming off. But we might need to get another interchange in. Yeah, we probably do. Well, that's something. We're all trying to change lanes. That seems to be the issue. But the thing is, they don't have to. Alright, I'll take a look at that momentarily. But let's get the household plastics factory right in here. And so what this needs is, it needs petroleum and plastic. So it's going to take that from over here and bring it into the factory. So it's pretty simple for them. They're just going to hop out over here or down over here, get in the roundabout, and bring it over this way. So we're going to want to store that somewhere though. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the small warehouse. And very simply, we're just going to put it right across the street from it. So we're not going to get anything. Yeah, I think we're just going to do this. Very simple, very easy. And we're going to need petroleum and, oops, plastic. That's great. And then we're going to need, so we don't, what other special buildings do we have out this way? Special factories. Oh, it doesn't even say. Okay. I'm not sure. I kind of forget. So I don't think we have any unique factories out this way. Could be wrong. You could be yelling at me that it's, oh, the lemonade factory. Okay. So this is where the unique factory products are going. So it's pretty full. So let's get a second unique factory products storage area and let us build it. I keep clicking that tab. Let us build it over here. Yeah, I guess right there is fine. And then we'll make this unique factory products. All right, so we have a bit of a little factory area over here. And then now we need to do the more complicated one. Again, I clicked over here. And that is the steel plant. So I was trying to think, where would a steel plant be thematically? And while we've been building over here, we've had this old factory over here, and it kind of looks like a steel factory, right? So I'm thinking maybe we build it right across the railroad. Kind of like this factory went out of business, or the building needed to be upgraded, so they built it right across the railroad on their land. So this is going to be a bit tricky to get it out here, and that's because we've kind of been messing around with some stuff here for a while. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to continue this road out this way, and the fence is on the road. So this is something we can easily fix. That is just by moving that over here. And we're not going to get a connection here because I want these garbage trucks to be filtered like that. so now that we have that coming over here, what we want to do is we want to first of all figure out, okay, so we want the angle of the road that we're going to build it on to be parallel to at least this one. So why don't we use move it, and we will try to make it so this is parallel ish to that. Okay, and then we're just going to pause the game while we're doing this, and we're just going to draw in a road like that, bring it out to here and over. Okay, then we're just going to delete that road, and now we have, oh no, we have this little thing. All right, we're gonna have to use the forest brush tool. Oh, wrong button. And we're just gonna remove the trees. And we're going to use move it. We're just gonna use this little marquee thing, and I'm just going to, no, I don't want anything, I just want props. All right. We're just gonna do this. Make sure we delete all the props that are in this area. You know, that's fine. I just want anything hidden built underneath the area. I don't think there's anything there. Okay, cool. So that's kind of where I want the factory to go. And let's see if it fits. It does. But it's gonna delete that rock. But that's a pretty cool area for it. Yeah, all right, so let's just use move it, and we'll just, let's click everything. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna move it because I like that rock. And then let's build the factory. All right, so let's just use move it, and we'll just take a quick look at how this is played out. So we're just gonna move this back a bit, and the rail line, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, all right. So now the rail kind of comes along here. That's gonna look pretty cool. And it almost looks like the rail could go out that way, through the building there, but let's bring the road out through here, and we'll just bring it behind because it kind of looks like there should be trucks being able to go out that way. All right, so now we want this road to connect in right here, and we're gonna do it like that. Okay, so we're just gonna delete that and that, and we're just going to bring it in just like that, and in, and then why did I do it like that? Because we are going to need it to be a nice curve. All right, and then we're just going to use move it, and we're just going to slightly move this one. Come on, what the heck? You know what, never mind. There we go, that's pretty nice. So we could get them to do a little switcheroo, but maybe not. Maybe let's get a little street in right here. Straight road. Okay, and go back to move it here. And what I'm thinking is that cars are probably going to want to turn around. So this can be where they turn around. So then they don't all have to go out to the factory. All right, so now let's flip this around like that. Perfect, okay. So let's see how this works out. And you know what, this doesn't need to be that type of road now. This can be a, oh. Go. This can be a traditional road like that. So now this steel factory just needs metal. And it's going to need a lot of metal, right? So let's do that. Let's take the leveling tool. That's a bit too big. There we go. Click there, fill that in. And then let's fill in just this area right here. And we should probably fill in that just a bit as well. All right, so now we need to figure out which factory or which warehouse we're going to use. And I think since it's just one, I think it should use one of these. So, you know, it's just a bit too big right there, but it could go kind of like this, behind the factory, right? And that's pretty cool. Kind of adds a bit more to the area back here. Yeah, that's neat. And we'll make this metal. All right, I realize I've been on pause for too long. And then we're just going to use move it here, and we're just going to move it just a bit back like that. So now this road, you know, I think we might be able to move it over this way a bit. Uh-oh, it needs water. Probably should have looked at that sooner. But that's fine. All right, so now that that has water and everything, trucks should be moving product from, or metal from this factory, or sorry, factory, from the cargo train station, that's what it's called, into here. And the cargo for this is going to follow this rail line, if you're following my mouse. And then it's going to curve in over here. Maybe it's this train itself. Yeah, look at that. It's going to the airport though, but that's going to follow this train line. It's going to split off. And right here, right beside the Ground Shake Excavations Limited. And it's making a lot of metal. So it just should be a matter of time before it gets there. And it's looking pretty nice. So let's grab... You know, I'm not sure if this has any unique factory holding areas. It doesn't. Okay, so let's do that. Let's add in one simple warehouse for this whole area. What am I doing? Holy cow. Let's use this one. And this area is kind of dead, isn't it? So why don't we... Yeah, why don't we just place it right there? And then we'll make this unique factory products. There we go. So this area is looking pretty cool. Let's add in a parking lot for the facility. And I feel like we could probably put the park... Whoa. What's going on there? It's not that wavy, is it? It is a bit. Okay. Let's just do that a bit. So where should the parking lot be? What the heck? It's like some of the cars don't like it. Some of it, it's fine. All right. Yeah, look at that one. That one is fine. Let's go over here. Parking. Let's get a basic parking lot. But it is a factory, so it's going to need a pretty big parking lot. So let us put it there. And you know, I don't want any guidelines on it because that is, I want it on the grid. There we go. We'll do that. We'll just move it here, and we'll just drag it out like that. Cool. All right. And then how about we get the entrance for the parking lot? Right here. Yeah, that works. And I'll just make it so it's a bit straighter. Awesome. Let's add in a node. Right here. Ah, no, that's fine. Don't want to mess with the trucks. But we need to add in the parking spaces. Is that the largest parking space we have? Yeah, it is. Okay, alright, well, let's go with the 8x2. And I think we'll leave that space open right there for people to drive around. And we'll do the same right here. Come on, there we go. And then like that. Perfect. Alright, so then we're going to need... let's just get this single one. And we'll add in a spot just like that. And then over here as well. Perfect. And then let's get the handicap parking spots in. We'll start it from here. And then we'll go over like that. And we're just going to I don't know what to do. We'll leave that blank. Okay. And then we'll get some electric vehicle parking. And we'll put it over this way. Cool, yeah, well just... That's a motorcycle parking spot. And then we should get this one. It's too big. Okay. We get this one. We don't have another one? 3x2. No, it's too big. Okay, alright. So we'll stick with this one. Then we'll just add in a few more down here. This is tricky. Alright. This is probably way overkill, but it is a factory after all. And you know, when you're doing these things, that's when it gets sloppy. So we'll just back up really quickly. And yeah, look at that, great parking lot. There's no messes at all. All right, so this factory is working pretty good, and it should be making us a lot of money. It is nice. So if we go to our budget, we're in the red. So why don't we bump up production to 120%. And that should help us increase our land value. Okay, so we have other factories to build, such as the electronics factory, the soft paper factory, and the car factory. And the soft paper factory, what does it need? So it just needs paper and crops. And you know what? It could definitely go out in the oil area, because it kind of looks like an oil building. And, oh, but holy cow, it's massive. Alright, we'll plan that for another day. The car factory is huge. The modular house factory is another interesting case. We can find a spot for it at another time. But I think it's probably time we can zone in some land. And I'm going to zone in low density housing over this way a bit. Maybe up in here we'll start zoning in some low density, because I don't want it to be just like complete urban sprawl, right? So I want it to have a transition zone, and I think this is the area where that transition zone is going to start. I think I'll make that a park. All right, so we'll leave that for now. And you know what? This whole thing can be low density as well. And yeah, let's see what this is going to do. And then we'll make this kind of like a transition area. So let's get some schools in because it's going to need it. This high school is massive. Probably going to go with more of these then. Yeah, I think I'll just make that a park. So we'll put in a high school right there. And we'll put in an elementary school right there. And we'll get in, let's get a church. Sure, that works. Let's get a public library in. Let's get this one. And we need this community school. Okay, so let's add the community school out right here. Perfect. All right, and then we're gonna add in a few little parks. So let's go with playground with trees, and that'll go right there. And then we need a few more little things. So let's get this football. That's too big. Okay. What other sports facilities do we have? That's definitely too big, right? Yep. Is this one? Just a bit too big. I wonder if we move it over here. Yeah. Okay, let's get this hockey rink in then instead. And we're gonna need to smooth out this land. A bit wonky, but what can you do? Let's do that. And we'll drag this one right across like that. And we're gonna add some trees in just to kind of help hide the little area, the mess we've made. It's always a bit difficult building along this. Okay, so let's add in a bit of commercial here, but let's only zone in that. And then we'll add in some houses right here and right in here. Okay, so that should really help out the area. What else are we gonna need? Let's get some healthcare stuff in here. So where is the nearest hospital? So that is just the clinic. So we have a hospital over here. There's no healthcare over this way. All right, let's get another campus, hospital campus out this way. That's expensive. Holy cow. All right, maybe let's just get a few clinics in. Get one there. Yep, that added a lot. And then let's get another one right over here. Nice. Okay, and then we're gonna need a cemetery. Let's do that. Elder care. So we have one right here. So we don't have anything over this way. So why don't we do this? Oh, let's take a look here. And we're fine. Okay, nice. And then child care centers. We have one over here, so we need one over this way. Perfect spot for one. Let's add in a sauna, because this is just kind of boosting the healthcare of the area. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Community pool. Let's get 2 right there. That's pretty cool. And I know we just zoned that in, but sorry people that just moved in. I think this is going to be better if it's commercial. Oops. All right. And then let's make this area a park. So we need to make it a district. Park. Small. All right. If you want to name this park, feel free. Small park, main gate. So let's get that right there. And then let's get a side gate right there. We'll get a few more side gates. There and there. And one right here. All right, let's get out of this view and then we'll add in some pathways. Let's just do trees and we'll do freeform the entire time. Let's do something like that. Oops, didn't mean to click. Come on, there we go. And we'll just do a straight one for this. Awesome. So now we can just add in a few little things. This is just like a basic little park. So let's add in a gazebo, and let's add in a gazebo over here. And let's do another one right like that. Let's add in a climbing frame. Right there. And how about, no, this doesn't really suit a plaza. Oh, nice. I'm glad that that little mod is working now. Okay, this changes the game. Let's look at getting... Oh my god, it fits. Okay, this is awesome. I was using a broken mod for a little while and it wasn't letting me build parks on park paths. That's what the mod does. Pretty great. Alright, let's just move it here. And we'll just do that. Oh, there's parking on this though. Alright, never mind. We'll just move this back then. Let's exit out. There we go. Come on. Perfect. And maybe we can add like a basketball court instead because I don't think that has parking. That'd be weird if it did. Nice. Okay, let's get 2 of them in like that. That's pretty cool. Let's select both of them and then we're just gonna do that. Oh, where are you going? So it does have parking. All right, well, that's our answer. How about these? Pretty cool, little tennis court area. All right, let's just use move it here, and I think I'm just gonna drag that in like that. There we go. And this will move in to there. And then let's just get one more little park entrance on this side. Like that. Okay, so let's see what the entertainment value is on this. Okay, great. So this will just level up on its own. Let's add in a few trees. Like that. Probably a bit too many, but you know what? That's pretty cool. All right. So this area is filling in pretty good. Let's look at how the transition from high density to low density is going to happen here. So let's do that. And we'll fill this all in with high density. And then why don't we just fill in, no, let's just do like a smaller houses right in here. And then that should ease the transition a bit. All right, and then we'll go low density commercial all along here. And how about we'll just do something simple, like we'll do one right there. And this is going to decimate our demand, but I think it's important, and we'll see what comes of it. So I think there's a few other things we could quickly add. I know it's a bit longer of an episode, but that's the last one. Friendly Neighborhood Park. The last one of Gaming Week. I think we've already built Friendly Neighborhood Park, because these ones you can build multiple times. That's fine though. Lungs of the City. This is a really cool, unique building. Maybe we can build that in Pleasant Hills or something when we get to that neighborhood. Opera House. Some of these. Aviation Club we already have. Okay, so nothing too crazy out this way. This is the transition area into lower density out of the city, so this is kind of like the boundary of the city. But I do have a plan for the waterfront, especially this area, but it's just going to take a while to get there because we have so many other things to do in the city. So there was one thing I wanted to build: the winter market. And this should probably go downtown somewhere, because for example, like the Toronto Winter Market is right downtown. And I think it's pretty cool. So this is going to give a big entertainment boost. Yeah, entertainment. Zero noise pollution too. I like that. Okay. And then the subway stops right there too. Okay, this is a pretty good spot for it then. Yeah, and so we'll say this is like a plaza. That's usually something else, but it's the winter market for now. And then this area is going to be used for something pretty fun at a later date. But you know what? We can always move it too, right? So that's good. Hypermarket, theater, shopping center. This is something that could go out in the suburbs or something. I mean, this is a pretty cool building. And it fits up. Does it fill everything? No, it just leaves one space. This could kind of go out this way. No, it's too big for that type of thing, but it could definitely go over here. But I think we'll leave that for another time. So let's take a quick peek at the amusement park, because we should be almost getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so it's just a matter of time. And our demands have really gone down, which is kind of good to see. Oh, it's bouncing around, but that's mainly because we have so much to zone in here. Fire coverage. We have no fire station out this way, so that is something we should probably do. And we're probably gonna use a bigger one, because it's probably, if we put it on this road, it's going to, yeah, it's going to give access to the airports. Oh, we got an achievement too. Oops, I was wondering what was happening. Yeah, so this is good. It's giving a lot of coverage to a lot of areas. And let's get a look at the police coverage. Yeah, we need a police station out this way for sure. I wonder if we do... So there is a police station out that way. So that's the airport's police station. But, you know what? I think we just get away with the smaller one. So why don't we put that police station... Let's get out of this little area. People are already moving in right there. Okay, right here. Cool. So we've kind of touched a lot of bases. Didn't unlock anything else like that. And I guess with that, then that's where we're going to leave today's episode. Oh, I guess we'll just check the post really quick. Yeah, okay, so we'll take a post office as well, and then we'll leave it from there. So let's get the post office right there. Oh, looks like it's gonna need a bit of move it. Come on, there we go. You know what? I don't like that spot. Let's move it to right there. Sorry, prison. It's too perfect of a spot. All right, so I hope you liked the video, everyone. I hope you liked Gaming Week. Maybe we can do this kind of more often on holiday times. But you know, we did a lot today, and you know, I really liked how this turned out. So I think this is going to be the thumbnail for the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your New Year's Day, and I'll catch you on Sunday when the next episode of New Lancaster comes out. Gonna give myself a day break because it's been an episode a day for a little while, but I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Peace out, everyone.